What's up, Garage Goons? It's your boy, Tyler on the most trash show on YouTube, and today we're going to get into it. We're going to talk about what's going through my head. I'm almost exactly a month out from my fight, like a month and a week. May 31st, fighting in Anaheim. It's going to be 3 2-minute rounds. Man, it's already been a journey, dude. The first guy that I agreed to fight, we couldn't actually agree to fight because he wanted elbows. And listen, I'm not like necessarily opposed to elbows on principle, but we just don't work them in our gym. I don't own elbow pads, and I don't have anybody that will spar elbows with me. I'm not afraid of them or anything like that, but there's the cut factor, and then if you don't train something, obviously you're not going to be as confident in it if you were to actually train it. So we couldn't see eye to eye, so he didn't take the fight, and then the next guy took the fight, but on the principle that I agreed to 179 pounds. I walk around at 190 pounds. That's like where I feel good. That's where I feel strong. That's where I still have a good amount of speed. My coach, Danny, shout out to RFA and the gang. And Danny, I've had him on the show. He's an awesome coach. Says that I look faster. So I think that maybe 100, I'm 185 right now, but maybe like 190 would be the upper limit of where going forward I would try to stay. I'm not trying to go much lower than like 185, to be honest. Like, I think between 185 and 190 is good for me. I came in and started training like 205, 203, somewhere in there. And I progressively lost weight, but now I'm like intentionally losing weight to a point to where it's like I'm having to do things that I wouldn't normally do, outside of the cardio, outside of the training. Like I'm doing, excessive dieting and stuff like that, trying to stay on top of my macros, make sure I get 200 grams of protein a day, try to at least hit the weights gym. I hit my gym like 2-3 times a week, sometimes 4. We're gonna ramp it up to like 4 times a week going forward up until the fight, and coaching and all this stuff, and just trying to balance and keep my sanity, and obviously make sure my wife's good and my family's good and stuff like that. So, but the fight's been a journey, man. I'm dealing with an unknown something. It's like a rash on my skin. We don't know if it's ringworm or what, but I've seen the dermatologist and like 3 different doctors about it already, and it's like 6 months, and it's like flared up from time to time, and it's really bad right now. So I'm worried about that. But as far as the fight aspect, I feel ready. I feel like I want to get in there. I want to do it. I want to destroy this guy. I would like to do it early, but we train for all 3 rounds. They're 3 2-minute rounds with a minute break in between, so it's a lot of rest. Good for me to keep my wind up and not have to worry about the marathon of it all, but just be able to hit the gas from go. And obviously there's things that play a factor, like adrenaline and trying to stay loose and not getting tight, not getting tense, all those things. But man, I do feel ready. I do feel good. I feel healthy. I feel like I'm 185 as of this morning, so this next, you know, 7 pounds I have to drop is going to be tough, but we'll figure it out. But my last opponent that agreed to 179 dropped out because he broke his toe. And now I'm fighting a new guy that insisted on elbows, and we said no go on elbows. We're drawing our line in the sand. You want to fight? We're not doing elbows. And he said, okay, well, if that's the case, can you come down to 175? And I really just don't think, I'm 34 years old. When I fought MMA at 21, I was able to make 170, but I'm physically wider. Like, it's not even like a fat thing. I mean, I could lose more weight. I do have some fat to lose, but like, it's not much. A few pounds here, a few pounds there, but like, Making 170 again is an absolute impossibility. I'm physically just, my arms are bigger, my legs are bigger, my shoulders are broader. Everything has grown since I've been 21. I've stayed in the gym since then, and I had you get like a man spurt when you're like in your mid 20s. A lot of people do, where they grow this way instead of, you stop growing around 21 or whatever it is, 18, whatever it is, vertically. But like 25, a lot of guys broaden out and get their man strength, quote unquote. So I feel like that's happened to me. And now this new opponent, we came to an agreement at 178, and that's like the lowest I'm willing to go at this point in my life, because I don't want it to be, I want to be focused as much on the fight as I can be, and I don't want it to be a focus on the weight cut. So we're gonna cut the weight. We're gonna make the weight. It's gonna be tough, but I only have to weigh that much for 30 minutes, and then we rehydrate and we get ready to go to war. The weigh-ins are at 11. The fights start at 6, and I have no idea where on the bill I'm going to be. If I'm going to be fight 1, or if I'm going to be like the last fight of the night. I'm hoping that like I'm the first half of fights. That's what I'm hoping for. I don't want to wait that long. I don't want to get cold. I don't want to warm up, get cold, warm up, get cold. I don't want to do that dance. But I also don't want to be the first fight out, because I want to have ample time to hydrate and eat and not be sloshing around in my stomach pre-fight. So that's where I'm at with it. I would like my window to be like eating, I would say 2.5, 3 hours before my fight. So I'll probably put on 4 pounds after I make weight, maybe 5, and then get in there and bang it out. My opponent, all I know about him is he's 5'11", and he's lighter than me, because they're trying to get down to a lower weight. I mean, he could be just really good at cutting, but I would assume that he walks around at a lighter weight than I do. So right now my mind is anxious because I want to get in there and do the damn thing. Nervous because of my rash and the weight cut and all those other aspects. But the one thing I'm not nervous about, which I'm sure it'll hit me at some point, is the fight. I think it's not like, oh, I'm a tough guy, I'm not scared, I'm not nervous, whatever, but I just don't think it's hit me yet. I feel ready, I feel strong, I feel fast, and I feel like I'm gonna fuck this guy up. So I don't foresee it being something where I'm worried about losing or worried about getting knocked out. I train with monsters. I get hit by savages all the time, bigger dudes than me in the gym all the time, and I have a good chin. I don't want to rely on that good chin, but I have one, and I'm looking forward to it, and I'm really gearing up, and I'm ramping up to this. I'm engaging my lizard mind, my lizard brain, in pockets. I will allow myself to visualize and go to a place where I'm in the fight, and no matter who's in front of me, I don't see them winning, and I see myself imposing my will, and I see myself being able to take shots and being able to march forward and being able to pressure and being able to be in their face and being able to dictate the fight and being able to knock the guy out. That's what I foresee. That's every time I visualize and I access my lizard brain, which is where you turn off all of your ego, your like analysis, your second guessing, and you just go into fight or flight mode, and you access the fight, and it's all fight, no flight, and you're just in there ready for war. That's what I see. So that's where I'm at a month and a week out. That's where my mind's at now, and I just feel ready. So I'm ready for war, and I'm ready to hurt this guy. I'm ready to dominate. I'm ready to punish this person, and I'm ready to be violent. And I never thought I'd get to access this part of my brain again, and it is invigorating. I can't wait for that visceral experience. And I do want to shout out my wife, my gym, my coach, Daniel Romero of Romero's Fight Academy. His gym changed my life. All of my teammates that helped me train. You know, Josh, Wyatt, Chance. You know, the list goes on, man. I can't be more grateful than I am now for the people I have around me, and you know, I am very grateful, and I'm ready for this moment, and it's not too big for me, and it's just on me to go out there and perform. I do feel pressure, but it's good pressure. I don't want to let my gym down. That's the main thing. I don't want my wife to be scared, and I don't want to let my gym down. But as far as for me and my personal whatever view of self, I'm not worried about that. So I just need to go in there and do what I do. And I'm very capable of hurting people. And I'm very capable of dominating fights. And I'm very capable of being technical. And I'm very capable of being a dog. And that's where I'm at with it. So this is an update. I might do a little vlog series. I don't know. But it's the most trash show on YouTube. I'm filming on my phone again. My laptop's in the room, so this is the only way I can film right now. But yeah, man, most trash show on YouTube, Garage Goons. Stay tuned for my story. I'm gonna make probably like a little mini series on, you know, gearing up for the fight. You know what I mean? So we're getting ready. We are going to do this shit. We are going to go to war. We are going to win, and there will be bloodshed. There will be bloodshed. All right, guys. We out of here. And